Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishakam Vitam Sya Om Ajnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Shakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. So now I'll reading from Sarvabhauma Madhya-lila, chapter 15. This is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad. This is Madhya-lila, chapter 15. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya offers prashadam. Start with verse number 32. Vijayadashami Lanka Vijayaradine Bhamanar Sanya Koila Prabhu Loya Bhaktagane. On the day celebrating the conquest of Lanka, a day known as Vijayadashami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dressed up all his devotees as monkey soldiers. Hanumana Veshe Prabhu Brika Shakaloya Lanka Gade Chade Fele Garabangia. So we heard how on the day of Janmashtami, Mahaprabhu and all his followers dressed up as cowherd boys carrying yogurt and milk. And now on Vijayadashami, which is around, I think, October, when Lanka was conquered by Lord Ramachandra with Hanuman and all the monkey soldiers, then Mahaprabhu dressed up all his devotees as monkey soldiers. Hanumana Veshe Prabhu Brika Shakaloya Lanka Gade Chadi Fele Gara Mangia. Displaying the motions of Hanuman, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took up a large tree branch and, mounting the walls of the Lanka fort, began to dismantle it. So we heard in the Chaitanya Bhagavat how Nityananda Prabhu, when he was present, he engaged all his friends in performing all leelas mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Ramayana and also so many pastimes. And nobody knew where he knew all these pastimes, this boy. And here we find that Mahaprabhu, he also, on different holidays, engages all the devotees in enacting the pastimes. And sometimes they do plays, and sometimes Lord Chaitanya dresses even as sometimes Lakshmi, and sometimes as Rukmini, and performs different pastimes. So here, displaying the emotions of Hanuman, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took up a large tree branch and, mounting the walls of the Lanka fort, began to dismantle it. Uh-oh. Good morning. Looks like curtains.
Do you want me to wait?
Okay.
How long do you want me to wait for?
A couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah, you decide. You decide, you know.
How long have you been going? When did you start?
Huh?
When did you start?
This chapter, 3 verses ago.
Oh, okay.
No, he started with Garga Samhita.
It started with Garga Samhita.
Oh, so you've been on.
It's
Okay.
been about half an hour.
Mahaprabhu mounted the walls of the Lanka fort and began to dismantle it. Kahanare Ravna Prabhu Kohe Krodabeshe Jaganmata Kori Papi Marimu Savamshe. In the ecstasy of Hanuman, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu angrily said, "Where is that rascal Ravana? He has kidnapped the universal mother Sita. Now I shall kill him and all his family." Goshaira Aveshadeki Loke Chamatkar Sarvalok Jaya Jaya Bole Bar. Everyone became very much astonished to see the emotional ecstasy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and everyone began to chant Jaya Jaya, all glories, again and again. Jai Jai, Emata Rasa Jatra Ara Deepavali Uttana Dwadasi Yatra Dekila Sakali. You have a deep cough here. Give her the. I'll throw it to you. Give her this. Oops.
Thank you.
Emata Rasa Jatra Ara Deepavali Uttana Dwadasi Jatra Dekila Sakali. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees participated in all the festivals, including Rasa Yatra, Deepavali, and Uttana Dwadasi. The Deepavali festival takes place on the dark moon night in the month of Kartik, October-November. The Rasa Yatra, or Rasa dancing of Krishna, takes place on the full moon night of the same month. Uttana Dwadasi takes place the day after Ekadasi in the waxing fortnight of the moon in the same month. All the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu participated in all these festivals. Ek din Mahaprabhu Nityananda Loya Duibai Jukti Koila Nibrete Basiya. One day, the two brothers, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, consulted with each other while sitting together in a solitary place. Kiba Jukti Koila Duhe Keho Nahi Jane Fale Anuman Pache Koila Bhaktagane. No one could understand what the brothers discussed between themselves, but later all the devotees could guess what the subject matter was. Tabe Mahaprabhu Sab Bhakti Bolaila Godadeshi Jaha Sabe Udaya Korila. Thereafter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called for all the devotees and asked them to return to Bengal. In this way, he bade farewell to them. Sabare Kohila Prabhu Pratyabda Asya Gundicha Dakiya Jabe Amare Milia. Bidding farewell to all the devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested them to return to Jagannath Puri every year to see him and then see the cleansing of the Gundicha temple. So that's before Rath Yatra, 15 days before, I think it is. No, Gundicha temple. No, it's cleaned right before. Gundicha is right before they go to, on Rath Yatra, the Gundicha temple. So Mahaprabhu asked them to come, and then they'll stay through the Chaturmasha, 4 months of the rainy season. Acharjare Agyadila Korea Saman Achandalari Krishna Bhakti Diodan. With great respect, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Advaitacharya, give Krishna consciousness, devotion to Krishna, even to the lowest of men, Chandalas. That means that, and Nityananda Prabhu is, Advaitacharya is also known as having given Krishna consciousness to the Malechas, or especially to all the Muslims in Bengal. Nityananda Agyadila Jahagodadeshi Anargala Prema Bhakti Kuriya Prakashe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Nityananda Prabhu, go to Bengal and without restriction manifest devotional service to the Lord, Krishna consciousness. Ramadas Gadadhar Ari Katajane Tomara Sahaya Lage Dilu Tomara Sane. Nityananda Prabhu was given assistants like Ramadas, Gadadhar Das, and several others. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I give them to you to assist you. Madhye Madhye Ame Tomar Nikata Jaiba Alakite Rohe Tomar Nritya Dekiva. I shall also go to see you at intervals, keeping myself invisible. I shall watch you dance. Srivas Pandite Prabhu Korea Lingan Kante Dore Kohitare Madhura Bachan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Srivas Pandit and with his arms about his neck began to speak to him in sweet words. With his arms around his neck, he began to speak to Srivas Pandit Mahaprabhu. Tomaragare Kirtane Ami Nitya Nachiva Tumi Deka Bhavyara Kehona Dekiva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested Srivas Thakur, please perform congregational chanting daily and be assured that I shall also dance in your presence. You will be able to see this dancing, but not others. So Mahaprabhu was promised to go where Nityananda Prabhu is dancing, where to Srivas Sangam, where Srivas is having kirtan. Evastra Matsake Diha Esa Prashad Dandavat Koriyamara Kamaya Aparad. Take this prashadam of Lord Jagannath and this cloth and deliver them to my mother, Sachi Devi. After offering her obeisances, please request her to excuse my offenses. Tara Seva Chadi Ame Koriachi Sanyas Dharmanahi Koriyami Nija Dharmanash. I have given up the service of my mother and have accepted the sannyas order. Actually, I should not have done this, for by so doing, I have destroyed my religious principles. Tara Prema Vasha Ami Tara Seva Dharma Tahachari Korijachi Batulera Karma. I am subordinate to the love of my mother, and it is my duty to serve her in return. Instead of doing so, I have accepted the renounced order. Certainly, this is the act of a madman. Batula Balakera Mata Nahi Lloyd Dosh Ejane Mata More Nakoraya Rosh. A mother is not offended by her mad son. And knowing this, my mother is not offended by me. Ekaya Sanyase Mora Prema Nijadan Jekali Sanyasa Koilun Chana Koilaman. I had no business in accepting the renounced order and sacrificing my love for my mother, which is my real property. Actually, I was in a crazy state of mind when I accepted sannyas. Nilachali Achon Mui Tahara Agyate Madhye Madhye Asimu Tara Charanadekite. I'm staying here at Jagannath Pur Nilachala to comply with her orders, but at intervals I go see her lotus feet. Nitya Jai Deki Mui Tahara Charane Swarti Gyane Te Hotaha Satya Nahimane. Indeed, I go there daily to see her lotus feet. She is able to feel my presence, although she does not believe it to be true. Ekdin Salyana, Ekdin Sali Ana, Vyanjana Panchashat, Shaka Mochaganta, Brishta, Patola, Nimbapat, Lembu, Arakanda Dari, Dugda Kandasar, Shalagrame, Samar Pilen, Bahu Upahar. One day my mother, Sachi, offered food to Shalagram Vishnu. She offered rice cooked from shali paddies, various kinds of vegetables, spinach, curry made of banana flowers, fried portal with neem leaves, pieces of ginger with lemon, and also yogurt, milk, sugar candy, and many other foods. Prasad loya kole, korana krandan, nimayara priya mora e sabjanjan. Taking the food upon her lap, mother was crying to think that all that food was very dear to her Nimai. Nimai nahika eta ke kore bojan, mora jane ashu jale bore lanayan. My mother was thinking, Nimai is not here. Who will accept all this food? As she meditated upon me in this way, her eyes filled with tears. Shigra jai mui shab korinu bakan shunya patra deki ashu korea marjan. When she was thus thinking and crying, I immediately went there with great haste and ate everything. Seeing the dish empty, she wiped her tears away. So the Bengalis are very prone. They like to present these kind of plays with Mahaprabhu coming to take the food of his mother and her crying, Nimai, Nimai, and the Bengalis are very melodramatic in these plays. So, Kayana Vyanjana Koila Shunya Kenipat Bala Gopal Kiba Koila Salbabat. She then began to wonder who had eaten all the food. Why is the plate empty, she wondered, doubting that Bal Gopal had eaten it all. So she has a little deity of Bal Gopal, but she's thinking, this is a lot of food. Baby Krishna, Bal Gopal, he couldn't have eaten all this food, so Jesus. Kiba Mora Kataya Mone Brahma Hoya Gela Kiba Kon Jantu Ase Sakala Koila. She began to wonder whether there had actually been anything on the plate in the first place. Then again, she thought that some animal might have come and eaten everything. Kiba Amiyana Patre Brahmana Badila Eta Chinti Pakapatra Jana Dekila. She thought, perhaps by mistake I did not put any food on the plate. So thinking, she went into the kitchen and saw the pots. Anavyanjana Purna Deki Sakala Bhajane Dekiya Samshaya Koila Kichu Chamatkaramane. When she saw all the pots were still filled with rice and vegetables, there was some doubt in her mind, and she was astonished. Ishane Bolaya Puna Stana Lepaila Punarapi Gopalake Ana Samarpila. Thus wondering, she called Ishan, the servant, and had the place cleaned again. She then offered another plate to Gopal. Emata Jabe Koren Utama Randan More Kal Jaite Kore Udkantaya Rodan. Now, whenever she prepares some good cooked food and wants to feed it to me, she cries in great anxiety. Tara preme ani amai koraya bojane antare manaye sukha baye nahimane. Being obliged by her love, I am brought there to eat. Mother knows all these things internally and feels happiness, but externally she does not accept them. E vijay dashamite hoila eriti tahake pachiya tara koraya pratiti. Such an incident took place on the last Vijay Dashami day. You can ask her about this incident and thus make her believe that I actually go there. Curtains. It's curtains. Okay. Eteka kohite Prabhu vivala hoila loka vidai korite Prabhu darya darila. While describing on this, Mahaprabhu became a little overwhelmed, but just to finish bidding farewell to the devotees, he remained patient. So this is the third place. This is 3 ways of Mahaprabhu relating with the devotees. One is by sakshat, which means directly when Mahaprabhu actually meets somebody. Then the next way is called avirbhav. That's what's being described here. These are 3 of the 4 places where Mahaprabhu always shows avirbhav, and he shows in other places also. But first is where Nityananda is dancing. Second is, the first was where Nityananda is dancing. Second is Srivasangam, where the kirtans are going on. Third is where Mother Sachi is offering prashadam to Nimai. And then Raghava Pandita Kohen Vachana Saras Tomara. And then this is the 4th instance of Avirbhav. And then there's other way Mahaprabhu meets with devotees called Avesh, which means he becomes empowering some devotee. Raghava Pandita Kohen Vachana Saras Tomara Shuddha Premiyami Hoy Tomarava. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next spoke some relishable words to Raghava Pandit. He said, I am obliged to you due to your pure love for me. Ihara Krishna Sevara Kata Shuna Sarvajan Parama Pavitra Seva Ate Sarvatam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed everyone, just hear about the pure devotional service rendered to Krishna by Raghava Pandit. Indeed, Raghava Pandit's service is supremely pure and highly accomplished. Aradravya Rahu Shuna Narikela Kata Panchaganda Kori Narikela Vigaya Tata. Apart from other commodities, just hear about his offering of coconuts. A coconut is sold at the rate of 5 gandas each. Vatite kata shata breke laka val tatapi shunana jata mista narikela. Although he already has hundreds of trees and millions of fruits or coconuts, he is still very eager to hear about the place where sweet coconuts are available. Srila Sridhar Maharaj's place of birth, Panihati, is known for its Hapanya, and it's known for its sweet coconuts.
Right.
Okay, so now here Raghava Pandit is collecting coconuts, although he has many trees, but he wants special coconuts that are very, very sweet ones. Ek falera muya dia charipan dasha krosha hoite anaya korea jatan. He collects coconuts with great endeavor from a place 20 miles away, and he pays 4 panas each for them. Pratidin panchashat fala cholaya shushitala korite rake jale dubaya. Every day, 5 to 7 coconuts are clipped and put into water to keep cool. Ogera samaya puna chuli samskori krishna samarpana kori mukha chidva kori. Seems to be cough season. At that time of offering bhog, the coconuts are again clipped and cleansed. After holes are made in them at the top, they are offered to Lord Krishna. Krishna say Narikela Jala Panakori, Kabu Shunya Phala Rakan, Kabu Jalabari. Lord Krishna drinks the juice from these coconuts, and sometimes the coconuts are left drained of juice, at other times the coconuts remain filled with juice. Jala Shunya Phala Deki, Pandita Harashita, Phala Bangi, Sashekore, Satpatra Purita. When Raghava Pandit sees that the juice has been drunk from the coconuts, he is very pleased. He then breaks the coconuts, takes out the pulp, and puts it on another plate. So Dobbs, which they sell for drinking, the juice is very medicinal, but it's not so sweet. So so that's because the coconuts are not grown inside, so they're not. But on sweet coconuts, after the juice is drunk, then they crack open the coconut and take off the soft pulp, which is very sweet, and eat that. Sasya samarpana kori bahire dhyana sishyakana krishna kori shunya bhojana. After offering the pulp, he meditates outside the temple door. In the meantime, Lord Krishna, having eaten the pulp, leaves the plate empty. Kabu sasya kana puna patra barish shamshe shraddha bori panditera prema sindhu bhashe. Sometimes after eating the pulp, Krishna fills the plate again with new pulp. In this way, the faith of Raghava Pandit increases and he floats in an ocean of love. Ekdin Faladasha Samskara Korya Bhoga Lagaite Sevaka Ailaloya. One day it so happened that about 10 coconuts were properly clipped and brought by a servant to offer to the deity. Avasaranahi Hoy Vilamba Hoila Valapatra Hate Sevak Dwari Tarahila. When the coconuts were brought, there was little time to offer them because it was already late. The servant holding the container of coconuts remained standing at the door. Dware Rupara Bite Teho Hata Dila Se Hate Phala Chunila Pandita Dekila. Raghava Pandit then saw that the servant touched the ceiling above the door and then touched the coconuts with the same hand. Pandita Kohe Dware Loka Kore Gata Jate Tarapara Duli Udi Lagi Uparabite. Raghava Pandit then said, people are always coming and going through the door. The dust from their feet blows up and touches the ceiling. Say Bite Hatadiya Phala Parashila Krishna Jogya Nahi Phala Apavitra Hoila. After touching the ceiling above the door, you have touched the coconuts. Now you are no longer fit. Now they are no longer fit to be offered to Krishna because they are contaminated, because you touched the ceiling where people's foot dust is. Etaboli falafeli prachira langia Ashe Pavitra Prema Seva Jagat Janiya. Such is the service of Raghava Pandit. He did not accept the coconuts, but threw them over the wall. His service is purely based on unalloyed love, and it conquers the whole world. Tabiara Narikela Samskara Karaila Parama Pavitra Kori Bhoga Lagaila. Thereafter Raghava Pandit had other coconuts gathered, cleansed and clipped, and with great attention he offered them to the deity to eat. Emata Kala Amra Naranga Kantala Jaha Jaha Duragrame Shuniache Balo. In this way he collects from distant villages excellent bananas, mangoes, oranges, jackfruits, and whatever other first-class fruits he has heard about. Bahumuya Diya Ani Koriya Jatan Pavitra Samskara Kori Korini Vedan. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur states that Raghava Pandit was not simply a crazy fellow suffering from some cleansing phobia, what do they call that? Cleansing phobia?
Are you thinking of OCD?
Yeah.
It can manifest as that often.
What?
OCD can manifest in that way often, yes.
So what's that stand for?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah, so Bhaktivedanta Saraswati says that Raghava Pandit didn't suffer from that obsessive compulsive disorder. Govinda Maharaj called that, I think, like, what's the word? So, meaning clean hand. People always washing their hands. Emata kala amra naranga katala jaha jaha duragrami shunyache bala. In this way, he collects from distant villages excellent bananas, mangoes, oranges, jackfruits, whatever other first-class fruits he has heard about. Bahumuya diya ani koriya jatan pavitra samskara kori nivedan. All these fruits are collected from distant places and bought at a high price. After trimming them with great care and purity, Raghava offers them to the deity. So this will be the fourth place of Mahaprabhu's Avirbhav, wherever Raghava Pandit is doing deity worship. Emata, Vyanjanera, Shaka, Mulafal, Emata Chida, Hudamma, Sandesha, Sankal. Thus, with great care and attention, Raghava Pandit prepares spinach, other vegetables, radishes, fruits, chip rice, powdered rice, and sweetmeats. Emata Pitapana, Kira Odan, Parama Pavitrara, Kori Sarvotam. He prepares pitapana, cakes and drink, condensed milk, and everything else with great attention. And the cooking conditions are purified so that the food is first class and delicious. Kasamdi achar ari anika prakar gandha basra alankara sarvadravya sar. Sri Raghava Pandit also offers all kinds of pickles, such as kasamdi. He offers various scents, garments, ornaments, and the best of everything. Emata premara seva koryanuma anupam jadeki sarvaloka judaya nayan. Thus Raghava Pandit serves the Lord in an incomparable way. Everyone is very much satisfied just to see him. Etaboli Raghavera Koila Lingane Emata Samanila Sarvabhauma. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then mercifully embraced Raghava Pandit. The Lord also offered all the other devotees a farewell with similar respect. So I'm going to stop here, sing Hari Hari. And a little late. Afterwards we can take breakfast. And then cuando como tengo mucho sueño y cuando me levanto tengo mucha hambre. This is a Mexico saying. It means when I eat, I become very tired. And when I wake up, I feel very hungry. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Aya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama Yamaravaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Om Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Dharadhara Shiva Sari Gora Bhaktavedanta Dharadhara Shiva Sari Gora Bhaktavedanta Charita Sanatam Bhattavaguna Charita Sanatam Bhattavaguna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhattadasa Raguna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhattadasa Raguna Hey Chai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Hey Chai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jaoite Vignana Shami Stapuram Jaoite Vignana Shami Stapuram Hey Chai Gosai Jarmui Taradas Hey Chai Gosai Jarmui Taradas Dasamara Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Dasamara Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Father Chana Sevi Bhakta Swami Prabhupad Father Chana Sevi Bhakta Swami Prabhupad Janame Janame More Abhilash Janame Janame More Abhilash Hey Jai Gosai Jabe Bhante Koilama Hey Jai Gosai Jabe Bhante Koilama Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Bhakam Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Bhakam Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Goriyas Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Goriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratam Das Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratam Das Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhariju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Tilak Niri Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Pad Paramansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sata Shishimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivedanta Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Marga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Harshivasri Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Vishwavar Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Vishwavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupad Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Kusham Ashram Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Vishaka Devi Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari.
Shri Bhakti Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.